Hello my darlings, and welcome to my spell candle series. Today I'm going to create a meditation spell candle to bring you calm focus for visualization, spirit work, and meditation. Let's do some magical crafting. This video is part of a candle magic series. I create 12 different spell candles and talk about the magical properties of the ingredients in each one. I'll link to a playlist for the series below, and I'll also link to all of the materials I used to make this spell candle below the video. Spell candles are used in all kinds of magic and ritual. They're used in witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, root work, and folk practices. You can add oils, herbs, crystals, colors, or symbols as you craft your candles to align with your magical goals. Most importantly, as you create your candle, infuse it with your intention. If your traditions call for it, you may wish to bless your candle, chant or speak words while creating it, invoke a deity, or pray over it. I begin by weighing out my wax. I'm using flakes of soy wax and I'm measuring out 4 ounces. This amount of wax will nicely fit my 5-ounce glass jar. Jar sizes are based on volume and candle wax is measured by weight. A 5-ounce jar will hold 4 ounces of wax based on weight. You can check online for the amount of wax you need for the container you have chosen for your candle. I've created a Book of Shadows page for this spell candle recipe. If you'd like to download a PDF of any and all of my grimoire pages, you can visit Magical Crafting on Patreon at the link below the video. My patrons can download recipes, Book of Shadows pages, artwork, and more, all provided as PDFs. And I continue to add new downloadable content as I do more projects on the channel. I'm melting the wax over a very low heat. As you make your candle, melt your wax slowly over a low heat and do not boil or burn your wax. If you see any smoke, your wax is burning. Turn the heat down. Another option is to use a double boiler setup. As you wait for the wax to melt, this is the perfect time to add your energy and intention as you stir the liquid. When making your own meditation spell candle, you should incorporate the ingredients you have on hand that provide the effects that you want in your candle. You do not have to include all of the ingredients I show in this video. As always, my tutorials should only be a starting point for you to develop your own craft. I encourage you to use what feels right for you and what you have access to. Once the wax is completely melted, it's time to add the ingredients you want inside your candle. Make sure to turn the heat off before adding anything to the wax. You may wish to add an essential oil or a perfume oil to scent your candle. This is an optional step, as many people like to leave their candles unscented for many reasons, including potential allergies. I'm using lavender essential oil. Lavender is associated with peace, relaxation, and stress relief. I will also be adding 3 herbs into the wax, and all of them come from the Holy Santo herb kit. I have an unboxing video for the entire kit and a discount code that I'll link in the description below the video. The first ingredient is nettle leaf. Nettle is an ancient herb of protection and healing. It's often burned to drive away negative or unwanted energy. The second herb is sage. Sage is associated with wisdom and knowledge and is often used to cleanse a space before and during meditation. I want to make sure that these herbs are ground up very finely to almost a powdery consistency before adding them to the wax, so I'm using a spice grinder. Always make sure that when you're adding ingredients that they will be fire safe. I make sure to grind them very fine before adding them. This way they'll incorporate into the wax and not produce a large clump or chunk that might catch on fire or burn unpleasantly. Once you've included the ingredients you want inside the candle, it's time to add a color. I'm using a color that corresponds to the kind of magic I will do with my candle. For meditation, I'm adding purple colorant. In color magic, the color purple corresponds to luxury and royalty. It's associated with psychic awareness, divine insight, and calming energy. It's also associated with the crown chakra and a connection to spirit. The wax will lighten as it cools, going from clear to white. The cooling process will also lighten whatever color you've added. Make sure to add enough colorant to the wax to make the liquid wax appear darker than the final color you desire. Next, it's time to pour the wax into the container you're using to hold your candle. Ensure that you're using a fire-safe container. Never use plastic or anything flammable. I've chosen a jar that has a wide opening so that I can add my ingredients to the top of the candle artfully to make it aesthetically pleasing. It's easy to fill and not likely to tip over when lit for fire safety. I'm putting a small piece of removable mounting putty on the bottom of my candle wick to stick it to the jar. I'm using this wick holder that came with my candle making kit. Clamping the wick into this device will ensure that it's centered in the jar and create a straight up and down wick that will not droop. You can also tie your wick to a chopstick or skewer, or use a clothespin to hold the wick, whatever you have at home that works with your container. Then slowly and carefully pour the wax in and scoop in any of the ingredients that have settled to the bottom. Leave your candle to cool and for the wax to firm up. The wax in my 5-ounce candle becomes somewhat firm in about an hour. The amount of time will vary depending on the size of your candle. Smaller candles will cool more quickly. Once the wax is cooled, you can add ingredients to the top of the candle. I like to use a heat tool to melt a little bit of the surface wax to adhere glitter and gemstones to the top. I'm adding lavender flowers to the top of the candle, making sure to place these flowers around the edges of the candle and not near the wick where they might catch on fire. I love to add glitter to all of my crafts. I decided to use purple glitter on the top of this candle and also a holographic glitter as well. And finally, I'm adding amethyst gemstones to the top of the candle. Often used for meditation, this beautiful purple stone also activates spiritual awareness, opens intuition, and enhances psychic abilities. It calms and stimulates the mind, helping you become more focused, enhancing memory and improving motivation. A candle created magically in your sacred space and with great intention can bring extra power and purpose to your magic. There are many ways to use your spell candle. It's perfect for any spell work that needs some calming and meditative energy added to it. Use this spell candle in rituals, during divination, or while meditating on the meanings of tarot or oracle cards. This candle would be good to burn right before bed for deep sleep as well. Focus energy towards visualizing your goal happening as you light your candle and as it burns. When the candle has completely burned through, you may wish to remove the gemstones, which are now infused with the energy of your intention. Keep them and use them in further magical workings, or give them back to the earth. Always practice fire safety when burning any candles. I've left some important fire safety tips below the video.